Did you know that 2026 is bringing some of the biggest legal changes for seniors the UK has ever seen? From free prescriptions and stronger pension guarantees to safer homes and fairer transport, these new laws are set to reshape everyday life for millions of older adults. Whether you're retired, planning for the future, or helping a loved one, understanding these updates could make a real difference in your well-being and financial security. Stay tuned, because the next few minutes could change the way you live, save, and stay protected in 2026 and beyond. Number 10. Digital Inclusion and Accessibility Act 2026. The Digital Inclusion and Accessibility Act 2026 addresses one of the most pressing challenges faced by seniors in the modern world, the shift to online-only services. This law ensures that no older adult is excluded from essential public or financial services due to limited digital skills or lack of internet access. It requires all government agencies, healthcare providers, and banks to maintain alternative non-digital options, such as telephone support, postal communication, and in-person appointments. This means seniors can continue to access vital services without being forced to rely solely on computers or smartphones. The legislation also funds nationwide digital literacy programs, offering free training sessions in libraries and community centres. These sessions help seniors learn essential online skills like managing NHS appointments, paying bills securely, and using government portals confidently. By combining education with accessibility rights, this act reduces the technological gap and promotes equal participation in a rapidly digitalizing society. The Act also enforces new accessibility standards across all digital platforms used by public services. Websites and mobile applications must now include features such as larger text options, audio assistance, and simplified navigation interfaces suitable for users with visual or cognitive impairments. Organizations that fail to comply face financial penalties and may lose government contracts. Furthermore, the Act introduces a digital ombudsman office, responsible for investigating complaints about inaccessible online systems or poor customer support for older users. For seniors without reliable internet access, local councils are required to provide community access points equipped with secure computers and trained staff to assist with online tasks. This guarantees that every citizen, regardless of technical ability, remains connected to essential services and opportunities. The Digital Inclusion and Accessibility Act 2026 embodies the principle that technology should empower, not exclude. It recognizes that while digital innovation can simplify life, it must remain inclusive for all age groups. Seniors are encouraged to register for free digital support sessions through their local council or library to build confidence and independence in using modern tools. By ensuring both education and choice, this legislation protects accessibility as a fundamental right, allowing older adults to engage with society on their own terms. Number 9. Pension Security Reform Act 2026. The Pension Security Reform Act 2026 was enacted to strengthen the stability and protection of both state and private pension systems across the United Kingdom. This law introduces stricter regulations for pension providers, ensuring that retirees' funds are managed responsibly and transparently. Every pension scheme must now undergo annual independent audits, with the results made publicly available to prevent financial mismanagement. The Act also speeds up the resolution of pension disputes by establishing a National Pension Resolution Service, providing free legal and financial assistance to retirees facing delays or errors in payments. A key component of this reform is enhanced protection against pension fraud and mis-selling, issues that have disproportionately affected older adults. Providers must now comply with new cybersecurity standards to protect members' data and funds from online scams, offering seniors greater peace of mind regarding their financial future. This Act also improves flexibility within the pension system, recognizing the diverse needs of today's retirees. It introduces the option for phased withdrawals, allowing seniors to access portions of their pension while continuing part-time work without financial penalties. This adjustment supports gradual retirement and encourages continued participation in the workforce. Employers are also required to make pension contributions for workers over 65 who remain employed, closing a long-standing gap in pension equality. Additionally, the government has launched a Pension Clarity Portal, a digital platform where retirees can track all their pensions in one place, review payment histories, and verify provider compliance. For those who prefer non-digital communication, a telephone support line and printed statements remain available under the Act's accessibility clause. The Pension Security Reform Act, 2026, ultimately restores confidence in FOMIND, a system that millions depend upon for stability in later life. It reinforces accountability among pension providers while empowering seniors with the tools to oversee their own financial well-being. Retirees are encouraged to review their pension plans and confirm that their providers meet the new compliance standards. This reform redefines pensions not as a privilege but as a guaranteed right, ensuring that those who have worked hard throughout their lives receive the security and respect they have earned. Number 8. Social Care Funding Act, 2026. The Social Care Funding Act, 2026, introduces a comprehensive reform aimed at improving long-term care for seniors across the United Kingdom. This law establishes a cap on lifetime social care costs, ensuring that no individual pays more than £86,000 for personal care throughout their lifetime. The measure provides relief to countless families who have faced financial strain while supporting elderly relatives. Local authorities are now required to calculate and track each person's care expenditure, guaranteeing that once the threshold is reached, all further costs are covered by the state. The Act also simplifies the means testing process, reducing paperwork and ensuring that assistance reaches those who need it most. This reform reflects a national effort to make the social care system more transparent, fair, and sustainable, giving seniors and their families greater financial certainty when planning for future care needs. A major focus of the Social Care Funding Act, 2026, is improving the quality and accessibility of care services. The law mandates increased funding for care worker training, fair pay standards, and the adoption of digital tools for better coordination between healthcare and social services. It encourages the development of community-based care options, allowing seniors to remain in their homes for as long as possible, with professional support. Councils are now required to maintain public registers of approved care providers, helping families make informed choices based on performance ratings and compliance history. The Act also introduces stronger oversight for privately operated care homes, requiring regular inspections and transparent publication of service quality reports. The Social Care Funding Act 2026 represents a turning point in how society values and supports its older population. It balances compassion with practicality, ensuring that aging no longer means financial vulnerability, dependence. Seniors and their caregivers are urged to consult their local social services office to determine eligibility and understand how the cost cap applies to their situation. By removing uncertainty and enforcing accountability, this legislation provides both emotional and economic security for millions of British families. It solidifies a promise that care in later life should be both affordable and dignified, regardless of personal wealth or circumstance. Number 7. Senior Housing and Safety Act 2026. The Senior Housing and Safety Act 2026 represents a major advancement in ensuring that older adults across the United Kingdom live in secure, comfortable, and accessible homes. This law requires all retirement residences, assisted living facilities, and senior housing developments to comply with upgraded national safety and accessibility standards. These include essential improvements such as fall prevention flooring, wider doorways for mobility aids, improved lighting systems, and mandatory installation of emergency alert technologies in every unit. The Act also enforces stricter fire safety measures and energy efficiency requirements, reducing both risk and cost for elderly residents. Local councils must now conduct annual safety audits of senior housing properties and provide public reports to maintain transparency. These new standards aim to create living environments that promote independence while preventing common household accidents that threaten the well-being of older residents. A key feature of the Act is the introduction of free home safety assessments for seniors living independently. Qualified inspectors will evaluate risks such as slippery surfaces, faulty wiring, and inadequate heating systems. Following assessment, homeowners can apply for government grants or low-interest loans to complete necessary improvements. The legislation also supports the expansion of community-based housing programs, encouraging developers to build age-friendly neighborhoods that integrate social spaces, medical facilities, and transport links. This focus on accessibility and community design helps reduce isolation and supports active aging. For those renting in private housing, landlords are now legally obligated to meet senior safety standards or face penalties and suspension of rental licenses until full compliance is achieved. The Senior Housing and Safety Act 2026 is rooted in the principle that every older citizen deserves to age in place with dignity, comfort, and peace of mind. It addresses not only physical safety but also the psychological and social aspects of aging. Seniors are encouraged to contact their local housing authority to schedule inspections or access funding options. This act ultimately transforms housing from a potential hazard into a foundation for stability and well-being, reinforcing the government's commitment to protecting seniors' rights and ensuring their homes remain a place of safety and pride. Number 6. Prescription Cost Reform 2026. The Prescription Cost Reform 2026 marks a pivotal change in healthcare affordability for seniors throughout the United Kingdom. This law restores and expands free prescription eligibility to all citizens aged 60 and above, reversing previous plans that aimed to raise the age threshold. The reform recognizes that many older adults live with chronic conditions requiring continuous medication and that even modest fees can accumulate into a heavy burden. Under this legislation, seniors can access essential medicines without worrying about financial hardship. The law also introduces a universal prescription cap, limiting the maximum annual cost for those under 60 who are on long-term medication. By eliminating barriers to treatment, the government aims to promote better adherence to prescribed therapies and reduce hospital admissions linked to missed medication. Pharmacies are now required to clearly display information about these benefits, ensuring older customers are aware of their rights under the new system. This act extends beyond free prescriptions by improving how medications are dispensed and managed. Pharmacies must now conduct annual medication reviews for all patients over 60, helping to identify possible side effects, drug interactions, and outdated prescriptions. These reviews are offered free of charge and are designed to improve safety and efficiency in senior healthcare. The law also supports the expansion of home delivery services for medicines, particularly benefiting those with limited mobility or rural living conditions. Technology plays a central role as well, with the NHS introducing a simplified online portal and telephone system for managing repeat prescriptions. This hybrid approach ensures accessibility for both tech-savvy and digitally excluded seniors, offering convenience without complexity. At its core, the Prescription Cost Reform 2026 reinforces the principle that health should never be a privilege tied to income. It empowers older adults to take control of their well-being and prevents financial stress from undermining recovery. Seniors are encouraged to check their NHS exemption certificates and register with local pharmacies participating in the Enhanced Service Programme. By easing access to necessary treatments and providing ongoing support, this law enhances both the quality of care and the dignity of aging in the UK. Number 5. Public Transport Fair Access Act 2026. The Public Transport Fair Access Act 2026 brings major improvements to how seniors travel across the United Kingdom. This law unifies the various regional schemes for bus, rail, and tram discounts, creating a single national travel card that works across England, Scotland, and Wales. Seniors no longer need separate passes for different regions, making long-distance travel simpler and more affordable. The Act guarantees free off-peak bus travel for everyone over 60 and introduces a new 30% discount on rail fares, available at any time of day. These changes were designed to promote social inclusion, independence, and mobility among older adults, ensuring they can visit family, attend appointments, or enjoy leisure travel without financial strain. The law also obligates transport authorities to upgrade stations, buses, and platforms with age-friendly infrastructure such as accessible seating, low-floor entry points, and improved signage for visually impaired passengers. Another important feature of the Public Transport Fair Access Act 2026 is the requirement for transport providers to implement digital and non-digital booking options. Many seniors face challenges navigating mobile ticketing systems, so the Act ensures traditional methods such as telephone bookings and physical tickets remain available at no extra cost. Transport companies are also required to train staff in age awareness and customer assistance, promoting patience and respect when helping older passengers. The Act funds an annual accessibility audit for every major transport operator, with penalties for those failing to meet new accessibility standards. For rural communities, the legislation expands government subsidies for community transport services, allowing seniors in remote areas to access hospitals, shops, and social venues more easily. The Public Transport Fair Access Act 2026 is more than a policy update. It represents a shift toward equality in public movement. Affordable, reliable, and dignified travel allows seniors to stay active and connected within their communities. The government's goal is to reduce isolation by encouraging older citizens to engage socially and maintain their independence. Seniors are encouraged to apply for the Unified Travel Card through their local council or online portal to start benefiting immediately. With fair access, now a legal right, public transport has become a vehicle not just for travel but for empowerment and connection. Number 4. Elder Financial Protection Act 2026. The Elder Financial Protection Act 2026 was introduced to safeguard seniors from financial exploitation, fraud, and economic abuse issues that have increasingly affected older citizens across the United Kingdom. This law mandates that all financial institutions establish specialized elder protection units to monitor unusual or suspicious transactions in accounts belonging to individuals aged 60 and above. Banks must now alert customers and their nominated contacts before processing large or irregular transfers that could signal scams or coercion. The Act also strengthens legal penalties for individuals and organizations found guilty of targeting seniors through deceptive financial practices. By enhancing oversight and accountability within the banking sector, this law provides an essential layer of security for retirees managing their savings, pensions, and inheritance. Beyond the banking system, the Elder Financial Protection Act 2026 empowers seniors to take greater control of their own financial well-being. It requires financial service providers to use plain language in contracts and statements, ensuring that older customers can fully understand the terms of their accounts, loans, and investments. Additionally, every major bank must now offer free financial safety consultations, where seniors can receive advice on avoiding scams, managing digital transactions, and setting up trusted third-party alerts. Family members or caregivers can also register for limited oversight privileges, allowing them to assist vulnerable relatives without gaining full access to their funds. The law complements other protective measures, such as the National Fraud Hotline, which now operates a dedicated 24-hour senior support team, trained to respond quickly to suspected fraud. This reform represents a national commitment to dignity and security in later life. It acknowledges that financial independence is a cornerstone of personal freedom, particularly for those living on fixed incomes. The Act not only addresses criminal exploitation, but also combats social isolation, one of the main factors that make older adults susceptible to fraud. Seniors are encouraged to review their account safety features and enroll in their bank's senior safety monitoring service to ensure full protection under this legislation. Through transparency, education, and active monitoring, the Elder Financial Protection Act 2026 helps restore confidence and peace of mind to the financial lives of older citizens. Number 3. Age-Friendly Employment Act 2026. The Age-Friendly Employment Act 2026 reshapes the landscape of work for older adults across the United Kingdom. This legislation was designed to promote equality, flexibility, and security for workers over the age of 55. It requires employers to provide age-inclusive workplaces, ensuring that experienced professionals are not overlooked due to outdated perceptions about productivity or adaptability. The Act mandates flexible working arrangements, including reduced hours, hybrid schedules, and phased retirement plans. These adjustments allow seniors to continue contributing their skills and knowledge while maintaining a healthy work-life balance. Employers are now legally obliged to conduct age impact assessments when making redundancies or hiring decisions, preventing age discrimination in all employment practices. The law reinforces the idea that the workforce benefits from intergenerational diversity, creating stronger, more adaptable teams. This act also introduces new training and reskilling initiatives tailored to older employees. Funded through government grants, these programs focus on digital literacy, emerging technologies, and leadership development to ensure that seniors remain competitive in the modern job market. Businesses that actively employ or retrain workers over 60 will qualify for tax incentives, encouraging organizations to value experience alongside innovation. Moreover, pension regulations have been adjusted to allow flexible withdrawal options for those choosing part-time employment after retirement age. This means seniors can supplement their income while preserving long-term pension stability. The law also obligates large companies to report annually on their age diversity statistics, ensuring transparency and accountability in recruitment and retention policies. Beyond its practical advantages, the Age-Friendly Employment Act 2026 carries deep social importance. It challenges stereotypes about aging and acknowledges that many older adults wish to remain active and purposeful in their careers. The reform empowers them to decide how and when they want to work, without fear of bias or forced exit. Seniors can now pursue new career paths, share mentorship experience, or transition gradually into retirement with financial confidence. The law reflects a changing society that values contribution at every stage of life, affirming that age should never define ability or opportunity. Number 2. NHS Geriatric Care Enhancement Act 2026. The NHS Geriatric Care Enhancement Act 2026 introduces transformative changes to how healthcare is delivered to older adults in the United Kingdom. This law focuses on expanding specialist geriatric care and strengthening community-based medical services to reduce hospital dependence. Under the new provisions, every NHS trust is required to establish a dedicated geriatric care division, offering services tailored to seniors' complex health needs. This includes easier access to home visits, fall prevention programs, and early screening for age-related conditions such as dementia, arthritis, and cardiovascular disease. The government aims to ensure that seniors receive comprehensive, continuous support that enhances both quality of life and independence. The legislation also directs additional funding toward recruiting geriatric nurses, physiotherapists, and home care coordinators, ensuring timely care in both rural and urban areas. This law prioritizes preventive care rather than crisis management. By focusing on early intervention, the NHS can now provide seniors with proactive medical support before health conditions escalate. Hospitals will coordinate more closely with local clinics and social care services, creating a seamless network for patient management. Seniors recovering from surgery or chronic illness will benefit from the new Home Recovery Support Scheme, which provides free temporary care at home for up to 6 weeks. The Act also ensures digital inclusion by mandating that telehealth platforms offer simplified interfaces designed for seniors. These services are required to provide both online and telephone access, allowing patients who are less comfortable with technology to receive equal care opportunities. Beyond the clinical benefits, the NHS Geriatric Care Enhancement Act 2026 represents a cultural shift in healthcare priorities. It recognizes that longevity must come with dignity and proactive support. The law empowers seniors to take an active role in managing their own well-being while ensuring that age never becomes a barrier to quality treatment. Families are encouraged to register loved ones with their nearest geriatric care unit to gain access to personalized assessments and follow-up services. This reform ensures that older adults are not only treated with respect, but also given the medical attention and continuity of care they rightfully deserve. Number 1. Pension Triple Lock Guarantee 2026. The Pension Triple Lock Guarantee 2026 stands as one of the most significant legal assurances for seniors in the United Kingdom. This law ensures that the state pension will continue to rise every year by the highest of 3 measures: average earnings growth, inflation, or a fixed 2.5%. It means that retirees' income will always keep pace with the cost of living, safeguarding financial stability even during times of economic uncertainty. The 2026 reform strengthens the triple lock by embedding it permanently into law, preventing any future government from freezing or reducing pension increases without parliamentary approval. This move was designed to restore public confidence after years of debate about sustainability and fairness across generations. For many older adults, this law offers more than financial relief. It brings peace of mind. Rising food prices, energy bills, and healthcare expenses have placed tremendous strain on fixed incomes. By guaranteeing annual increases, the pension triple lock helps ensure that retirees can maintain their standard of living without having to cut back on essentials. It particularly benefits single pensioners and those relying solely on state support. The reform also introduces greater transparency by requiring annual reports detailing how pension adjustments are calculated, making it easier for seniors to understand exactly how their payments are determined. This step promotes accountability and fairness in the system, reinforcing confidence among millions of pensioners. Beyond financial protection, this law sends a powerful social message. The contributions of older citizens continue to matter. It recognizes decades of work and tax contributions that have helped shape the nation. The Pension Triple Lock Guarantee 2026 is more than an economic policy. It represents a moral commitment to dignity in later life. Seniors are encouraged to review their annual pension statements, to confirm adjustments, and ensure they receive the full benefits they are entitled to. The law empowers retirees to plan long-term budgets with certainty, knowing that their income will not erode with inflation. By making the guarantee a legal right, the UK government affirms its dedication to protecting the financial security and well-being of every senior across the country. The landscape for seniors in the United Kingdom is evolving rapidly, and the 2026 legal reforms mark a defining moment in how the nation values aging. These 10 new laws are not just policy changes, they represent a collective promise of security, dignity, and inclusion for older adults. From the Pension Triple Lock Guarantee safeguarding financial stability, to the Digital Inclusion and Accessibility Act, ensuring equal access in a tech-driven world, each reform strengthens independence and fairness. Healthcare has become more personal, housing safer, and social care more affordable. Together, these laws create a future where seniors can thrive rather than simply manage. The power of these changes lies in awareness and action. Knowing your rights allows you to benefit fully from what's been put in place, from claiming free prescriptions to ensuring your pension provider meets new compliance standards. Every senior deserves to live without fear of being left behind financially, medically, or socially. These updates are designed to protect that right and empower you to age confidently, with the respect and resources you have earned through a lifetime of contribution. If this information helped you understand what's changing for seniors in 2026, don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more updates on health, finance, and legal rights, and share it with friends or family who could benefit. Leave a comment below about which law you think will have the biggest impact on your life. Stay informed, stay empowered, and stay connected.